Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, the fastest growing gear site on the web, and today we're gonna uncrate the Sidi Crossair boot. What's up, Speed Addicts fam? Before we get into one of the lighter weight motocross boots from the folks over at Sidi, before we do that, I'm gonna ask you for two favors. Number one, subscribe to the channel. I think it shows up over there, right, Producer Matt? I always point that way, but it's right there. Hit the button, subscribe, be educated on all the latest gear, and make excellent buying decisions. If you are subscribed, I will talk at you more and you're gonna like it, I promise. Also, if you are going to shop for gear online, there's only one place to do it. Speed Addicts. There's a link in the description below. They'll take you right over to the complete selection of Sidi boots, including the Crossair that we're gonna talk about in today's video. Remember, free exchanges, free return labels, 90-day return policy. Get them on, try them on at home, not on the bike, and you are welcome to return them within 90 days on our label. We don't nickel and dime you like those other guys. And if you just say, hey, I wanna try these on in person, guess what? We got you covered there too. If you live in SoCal, come into the new Superstore. We got a complete selection of all the Sidi boots. Come on down. There's nothing like trying it on in person. Okay, what do we have here? We have the Crossair. Now, the keys to victory here are that it's light. They put air right in the title here. You'll also notice it's got less protection than its big brother, the Crossfire, or say a Tech 7 from Alpine Stars, or a Tech 10. There's only 3 buckles here. There's less hard plastic on this boot. Now, the trade-off is that it is significantly lighter than some of the competition that I just mentioned, about a ½ pound to 10 ounces, which you really feel, and it's got a lot of mobility. It just feels like a freer experience here, okay? But you're trading off that protection, and it's not necessarily less money. It comes in at $4.99. It is good looking. I like this Nardo gray and black, and it is a Italian producer, okay? That other Italian boot maker, Sidi, I don't think they'd like that tagline, but Sidi makes great stuff. If you're a Sidi diehard, you know what I'm talking about there. If you've always ridden Alpine Stars, you want to shake it up, this is a good excuse to do it. If you've been wearing the Tech 7, but you're really just like doing enduro or trail stuff, you probably don't need all that protection. Don't quote me. Maybe you have ankle problems and you want, the most protection you can get. But here's the new Tech 7. You see how much more plastic? We got more buckles, more plastic. It is just a bigger boot. Believe it or not, these are approximately the same size. So you see in terms of how they fit. So you see the difference in mass, the width, the weight. It's just a way more built up boot. Now, if you're gonna go ride on the track, by all means, get all the protection you need. Me personally, I'm really liking the Sidi X Power, which is similar. It's a slightly less protective, lighter weight boot, because mostly what I'm doing these days is enduro riding, trail riding, more technical stuff where one of the two of my wheels is on the ground, okay? But if you're on the track, the option is yours. How much protection do you need? I'll leave that up to you. Now, how does the Sidi Crossair fit? Sidi has a reputation for running a bit on the narrow side. Now, while they've improved the fit down in the toe box, we've noticed the toe box is not too narrow on this boot. It fits, my feet are a bit on the wider side, and the whole team has been trying these on, testing these out. What we found is that the toe box is not too narrow for anyone, but where this boot binds and is still too narrow is up a little higher, okay? So it's kind of like right above the toe box area, like kind of through the ankle and the mid part of the foot. We've noticed that if you do have wider feet, that's gonna be a problem for you. So keep that in mind. If you've ever had issues with boots or shoes being too narrow for you, it's likely that the Crossair might bind up here. Now, it's hard to know until you try it on. Again, that's where the Speed Addicts risk-free shopping comes into play. You got 90 days free return label if you live in the lower 48 states. So still, give them a shot. But if you never had a problem with width, well, then the Crossair might be worth considering. This thing's got 3 buckles instead of 4, which is nice because it's just quicker and easier to get into. You got Velcro up at the top, and then you have 3 separate buckles here. Now, all the hardware is replaceable, and the buckles do have memory in that they ratchet to where you left them last time. The buckle is metal on the dagger side, and then plastic back here. So these just screw right on and off. If you break a buckle, no big deal. We're gonna open this one up and show you the size label while we explain the fitment. I talked a little bit about the width, but what you're gonna notice about Sidi boots is that they are all advertised and sold in European sizes. That's something they should probably fix in the United States, because it does create a bit of friction here. People have to look up their different sizes and kind of cross-reference. So you'll notice that this tag is a 44 European size. So when you shop for these boots at Speed Addicts, you're gonna see them sold in that European size. What that translates to is a US 10.2. Yeah, you probably never bought boots or shoes that came in a 10.2. So what shall you do? We're rhyming here, producer Matt. It's like a regular Dr. Seuss situation. Okay, what you shall do is, if you are a 10.5 to a 10, then order the 44. That's what you should be in. So either order as close to your size as possible or round down a bit. Like I said, the 10.5 guys with a 10.5 foot are gonna fit in the size 44 quite well. We have the sizing chart so you can cross-reference over at speedaddicts.com. You'll be in good shape. Okay, so that is the enclosure system and the boot itself. So the primary chassis of this boot is made with a material called Techno Micro. That is a synthetic leather material that's more resistant to moisture and to tearing. It's also very lightweight. So I told you before, this boot is about 8 to 10 ounces lighter than a Tech 7, a Tech 10, or the Sidi Crossair, which is way more built out. So we'll show you a Crossair right here. Again, you notice how much more hard plastic is on this thing, how much wider it is. There's just gonna be a lot more support and protection up high, especially. And you're gonna save 10 ounces moving to this. So boots that look like the Crossair, that Tech 7, they're gonna be in the 4 to, I think this one is 4.5. So quite a bit heavier than the Sidi Crossair, which is coming in at 3 pounds, 12 ounces-ish, depending on what size you're gonna grab. In terms of the protection, you do have hyperextension protection. So that's what this little dagger does here. It doesn't allow the boot to hyperextend and protect your joints a bit. And then you kind of have your standard pivot system that's gonna protect that ankle in both directions. And then you have heel protections, hard plastic up the back. But on either side, it is pretty soft. So you see a lot of that flex. They're saving weight by not running that TPU or hard plastic way up at the top, but you're gonna sacrifice some of that protection like I keep telling you. On the inside here, we have TPR, kind of a rubber on the medial side here to make great contact and grip with the machine. They do give you a plate down here that is removable, okay? So if you wear this piece out as you hold onto the bike, that's just a couple of screws. You can swap it in and out. And then the sole. So the sole, they've done extensive work here on the sole, working with Malcolm Stewart, a lot of ride testing. This boot has great feel. Apparently, the Gen 1 prototypes had such great feel that it was actually not quite durable enough. So they've actually stepped up the durability on this insole. Again, testing with the pros, balancing. It is a trade-off, getting that feel while keeping the durability that you're gonna want so you get a nice long life out of your Crossairs. 1-year warranty from the folks over at Sidi, available in a variety of colors and sizes at speedaddicts.com. Again, Sidi Crossair, if you're looking to save weight and have an excellent quality boot, this might be the one for you. And if you're in SoCal, come by the Superstore. Check out the Crossairs in person. That's it for today. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.